stand right here.
Such a control freak.
I am not a control freak.
This is my friend Emma. She's from Wisconsin, so be nice.
I'm your mother, and it's my job to know who your friends are.
You know, I wish. Oh no. I'm good.
You will never see your families again. You are my property.
The movie opens on a sunny day in California. We meet a young man named Johnny walking along a quiet beach, where he soon encounters a homeless couple. The two seem uneasy when they notice him, but Johnny quickly reassures them and even gives them food. He then explains that he is connected with a shelter group and offers them safety and a place to stay. While the husband is reluctant, the wife is easily swayed by Johnny's politeness, and in the end, both agree to follow him to the shelter. However, what they do not know is that Johnny is actually part of a human trafficking ring, and as soon as they approach the van, Johnny signals his men, who immediately ambush the couple, shove them into the vehicle and drive off. Shortly after, Johnny gets a phone call from his sponsor, Melina, who tells him that their wealthy clients are demanding victims who are fresh, not just vulnerable ones like the homeless. This instantly drives Johnny to begin looking for more attractive targets. Meanwhile, we are introduced to Catherine, a strict suburban mother raising her teenage daughter Emma. She keeps a close watch on Emma's life and even forbids her from dating boys for now. That morning, after breakfast, Catherine drops Emma off at the mall to meet her friend Courtney. But as she drives away, she notices the girls talking with two young men. When she tries calling Emma to ask about one of the boys, Emma ignores her calls, making Catherine decide to wait until later to confront her. That afternoon, at her construction site workplace, Catherine notices a missing persons poster on the street. Worried, she asks a worker about it, but he dismisses it as just another runaway case and even suggests she can take the poster down. Catherine removes it, only to be approached by a passerby named Anna, who warns her not to interfere since the girl is still missing. Anna explains that the poster shows one of several girls kidnapped in recent days and reveals that she works with an organization fighting child trafficking in the area. Feeling guilty, Catherine puts the poster back after Anna gives her a contact card. Later that evening, Catherine questions Emma about the boy she saw her with. Emma reacts defensively, frustrated with her mother's constant watch, saying her father never monitored her this way. Catherine softens, apologizes, and Emma finally reveals the boy's name is Adam. But when Catherine hears that Adam is 19, she gets alarmed again, and the argument escalates until she grounds Emma for 24 hours. The next morning, Emma sneaks out through her window to meet Courtney and her friend. She tries calling Adam, but he doesn't answer, until he suddenly shows up, claiming he avoided her earlier so he could have her to himself, and offers to buy her a milkshake. Soon after, Emma starts feeling dizzy and collapses. Adam quickly carries her out back to a van where Melina's men wait, and together they load her in, paying Adam for his help. Adam then tosses her phone into a dumpster before disappearing home. Catherine makes coffee and knocks on Emma's door but gets no answer. Growing suspicious, she forces the door open and realizes Emma has escaped. When she tries calling Emma's phone, it is unreachable. She then checks Emma's tablet to track it and follows the location to the dumpster, where she discovers the discarded phone. Horrified, she immediately contacts the police, but when they arrive an hour later, they waste time asking pointless questions. Despite her pleas for urgency, they insist she must wait 24 hours before they can launch a search, giving the traffickers enough time to move Emma further away. Back at their hideout, the traffickers deliver Emma to a warehouse filled with other kidnapped girls, including Courtney. Soon after, Melina arrives and cruelly tells the girls that they now belong to her and exist only to satisfy her clients. She demands to know who among them are virgins, and when Emma and two others raise their hands, she labels them premium stock. She warns that disobedience will bring brutal punishment, even targeting their families if they try to run. Later, the girls are chained in a line and recorded for prospective buyers. When Courtney refuses to cooperate, Johnny orders a man to punch her in the stomach, forcing her compliance. Afterward, Emma is called forward as the recordings continue. Meanwhile, Catherine desperately searches for Emma, calling friends and neighbors without success. Overwhelmed, she remembers Anna and calls her. At Anna's office, Catherine is shocked by a wall full of missing person photos. Anna warns her that victims like Emma can disappear permanently within 48 hours and explains why police usually fail. Trafficked girls are often treated as criminals and end up jailed instead of protected. She shows Catherine a website where Emma's data can be entered for tracking. That night at the hideout, Emma befriends Piper, another captive, who warns her that escape attempts are hopeless. She recalls another girl who was caught, had her leg broken, and was then mauled to death by dogs as a warning to others. Meanwhile, Melina reminds Johnny to reserve the virgins for the syndicate, who pay the highest price, and warns him to watch Adam closely. The next morning, Catherine and Anna distribute posters. At the same mall where Emma's phone was found, the manager refuses to let them put one up. Catherine angrily asks how he'd react if it were his daughter. During the argument, Anna spots a surveillance camera and demands to see the footage. Reluctantly, the manager agrees. On screen, they see Emma collapsing into Adam's arms before he carries her off. Anna orders the manager to contact police, and she and Catherine rush out to track Adam. Outside, Catherine spots Adam walking. Anna urges caution so they can follow him, but Catherine loses control, confronts Adam, and demands to know Emma's whereabouts. Adam denies involvement, but when Catherine threatens police involvement, he grows uneasy. Watching from a distance, Johnny realizes the situation is exposed and flees, leaving Adam behind as Catherine pushes Adam harder. He runs, but during the chase he collapses from asthma. He begs for his inhaler, but Catherine withholds it until he talks. In desperation, Adam begins to confess, but before finishing, Johnny suddenly appears and shoots him. Dying, Adam gives Catherine one last clue about Emma's location. Consumed with grief, Catherine returns home, where a police officer warns her not to endanger herself. Furious, she lashes out at their uselessness and vows to act on her own. She and Anna check the trafficking site and find new listings, including Courtney's, where she looks drugged and terrified. Determined, Catherine plans to infiltrate the traffickers by posing as a client. At the hideout, Melina orders the girls moved to a new location called the Pink House. Catherine and Anna prepare for their mission, and Anna shares her past. She was trafficked as a child, abused endlessly, and now dedicates her life to saving others. Before Catherine enters the compound, Anna gives her a backup phone, warning that if she doesn't return in 30 minutes, she'll call police. Inside, Catherine finds Courtney drugged and weak. She sends Anna a photo for proof, but before she can escape, Melina learns through a corrupt police contact that Emma's mother is inside. Catherine is knocked unconscious by a guard. When she wakes up, she is restrained, and Melina enters with Emma. Catherine begs for her daughter's freedom, offering money, but Melina rejects it and reveals her own dark past. Sold by her mother at 13, running her own trafficking empire by 18, and now expanding into children for profit. When the syndicate arrives, Melina orders Emma handed over and leaves Catherine with a guard. But Catherine manages to grab the guard's gun, overpower him, and rush to rescue Emma. She confronts Melina, who has Emma at gunpoint. Melina declares that instead of giving Emma to the syndicate, she now plans to sell her piece by piece worldwide. She forces Catherine to drop her weapon, but as she raises her gun, Emma grabs the dropped weapon and shoots Melina, finally ending her reign. Just then, police storm the hideout, clashing violently with the syndicate before subduing them. The captives are freed, and Emma is reunited with her mother. By the movie's end, we are reminded that thousands of children are trafficked every year in the United States, and hundreds of thousands worldwide suffer the same fate. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.